I'm sorry. I'm a little late to the party. All right. Let me get myself situated to get me all the way together. All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Steps Edit podcast. I am your host, your resident expert. I am the guy who is all things about all things. I can tell you a little bit of everything about everything and don't know much about nothing. But this is my little place on the internet. We call it the Steps Edit podcast. I am your host, Stephen B, and I am so glad that you all decided to come and hang out with your boy for just a little while on tonight. Y'all, listen, we got a show for you tonight. We got a show for you tonight. I hope y'all ready. I know I got some of y'all who are chiming in, who are tuning in on my personal page right now. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for jumping on. I am going to ask if you would jump on to my Steps Edit page. So that way, when you all start dropping your comments, I can actually show those comments on the air. I cannot do that from my personal page, but I can do it from a Steps Edit page. And I'm pretty sure y'all going to have some comments on my show on tonight. So let me go back and double back and do this right. Good evening for those of you who are watching me live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for those of you who are watching me on the playback. Once again, this is the Steps Edit podcast. I am your host, Stephen B, and I'm so glad y'all decided to kick it with your boy on this Monday evening. Now, listen, a couple of things that I want to do before I bring my guest on, because I have a very special guest who's on the show with me on tonight. She is a very good friend. She's been on the show before. But we're going to talk about her in just a minute. But first and foremost, please allow me to shout out the SWAC championship, the SWAC champions of Jackson State University, Jackson Fair, Jackson dear, thee I love my dear old college home, thee I love wherever I may roam, Jackson Fair. Jackson dear, hail, hail to thee. All right, I'm not going to sing the whole alma mater, but y'all know what it is. Shout out to Coach T.C. Taylor and the entire staff of Jackson State University. Shout out to the Jackson State Tigers SWAC champions who will be going to Atlanta on next week for the Celebration Bowl. And we are hoping that TC can do what has yet to be done, and that is to bring home the Celebration Bowl trophy. The boys playing real good. They looking real good right now, so we're excited about that. Everything's looking good. We're coming up on the Christmas season, so happy holidays. Merry Christmas. For those of you who are watching me, if any of you celebrate anything else, Kwanzaa's coming up. I believe this is also the time for Hanukkah, all of those good things. Hey, celebrate how you celebrate, love who you love. But over here at Steps City Podcast, we celebrate Christmas because we believe in Jesus. And that's just, it is what it is. Jesus was born during Christmas and he died on Easter, but he got up. He got up with all power. But that ain't what we talking about on today's show. Today we have a very unique situation. I do want to go ahead and let you guys know that on tonight, the phone lines are open. You can call in tonight and be on the show. I'll leave the ticker up for the entire time so that you all can see what's going on, so you all can chime in. This is gonna be a good one tonight. So I'm about to go ahead and bring my guest on. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself and let her tell you all who she is and what she got going on. Now, once again, I have some people who are chimed in, who are tuned in on my personal page. And I'm so glad y'all tuned in on my page. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I want y'all comments to show up on the show. And so again, I'm going to ask that you all would please go to uh my Steps Edit page. Jump on the Steps Edit page, so that when you all start to comment, that I can put your comments live on the air. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'll see them because I'm watching it, and we're gonna read them as much as we can. But and I'm just glad y'all decided to come hang out with me on tonight. So thank y'all so much for kicking it with me. Ladies and gentlemen, please, 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 please welcome my good friend, life coach. She is a chef. She is a consultant. She's an actress. She's a singer. She is I'm sure she could probably do your taxes and change your oil. It just anything you need, I'm sure she could get you done. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show my friend, Miss Sonya Valentine-Allen. Hey, lady.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm well. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you for jumping on to the show, for coming, hanging out with your boy tonight. This gonna be good.
Yeah. Let's
This
let's
this
do it.
this gonna be good. So before we get into the letter, before we get into everything, girl, how you been? You know, last time you was on the show, we got creative.
What
We
we
made
did?
a we made
Oh,
a
we
drink
made a
on the air.
drink.
We made a drink
Yeah, we
online.
made a
We
drink.
made a drink live.
Yes,
Yeah, I think we called it the truth serum.
we sure did.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause
I ain't need that from you tonight. I I I need life coach tonight.
one more. Okay, okay. We're
I
gonna
need
we're gonna
life
we're
coach
gonna try to
tonight
go. I'm gonna try to
because
go full life coach
we
tonight.
got
Although,
we got a real situation on here. We got a crisis.
okay,
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 and so I need life coach. Okay,
all right.
so
Let me.
we're gonna keep it a buck.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Let me channel that life coach. Let me channel the life coach. Okay,
Okay.
life coach.
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you get yourself together. Go on, breathe. Okay. Uh,
okay.
all right. All right. You ready?
Although I got me a little drink.
Uh-oh. What
See that?
what's in your cup?
It's the same one I had last night. It was the peach. I mean the amaretto peach tea.
Okay. Well, where my camera at? I have my cup as well.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
It's just I just got a
Uh,
little Hawaiian punch in mine.
okay, come on, Hawaiian punch with a punch.
It's a Hawaiian jab to the chest. All right. Well, all right. We finna get this together. So, all right. So before we get into the letter, a couple of things I do want to talk about. You have a project that you just recently released, right?
um,
Well, when I say recently, a few months ago.
look,
Has
I
it been
got
a year?
so it's so much happening till I can't remember. Like
Okay.
you
What
got you
you got
can
so much
remind
happening.
me of
So
what I got going on.
tell us what you got going on. Tell us what you ready
Okay,
to share.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so I don't know if everybody, but this is about this is about a year ago. My poetry. That's my spoken word poetry EP. It's out there.
Okay.
Sonya Valentine-Allen is on all platforms, all social platforms. Okay, so you could go in and get that, grab that for me. Thank you in advance. I just launched my father's see I be my brain be going fuzzy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's 501c3 organization, scholarship foundation in my father's honor.
Okay.
And so that's the latest thing I've done. I am working on my second poetry EP. It will be coming out hopefully in February because it's for lovers. And so
Okay,
that should be
man. Okay, for lover.
so that should be really, really good, you know, whatever around that time. Of course, I'm still working on a couple of books that I have in the works.
Okay.
Um, and just still doing my private chef thing. I still have that going on. Matter of fact, I have a couple parties coming up or whatever for the Christmas and New Year's holidays.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah,
All right. That's a lot going on.
that's a lot.
That's a lot going on. Good deal. So the other thing that we have going on, both Sonya and I are in a play that will be hitting the stage in May.
March. Is it March or May?
Next year. Next year we will be in a play. I had the opportunity of working with her on this play last year. It's called The Brownie and Unforgettable Trip. The play is written and directed by Miss Felicia Kelly Brookins.
Yes.
And so we had the opportunity of doing it on last year, and it is coming up again on this year. No, next year, not this year, next
Next year.
year. So we're really excited about that. And then on
March
December it's coming up
29th.
soon. It's the 29th.
29th.
Okay, thank you. So on December the 29th, we will be doing a promo. And part of that promo will be a family therapy session. In the play, um, Sonya plays the role of Mama Ruth, who is my mother-in-law. So I play Kenny Wayne Simmons. I'm married to Nadine Simmons, who is played by the writer and director Felicia Brookins. And then Sonya plays Mama Ruth, who is my mother-in-law. She's Nadine's mom. She hates Nadine. She loves me
Yeah.
because I'm wonderful. And if you ever meet Nadine, you know she is yeah.
Yeah.
But on the 29th, we will be doing a promo where we will be in a family therapy session. And the therapist will be played by none other than Miss Patricia Smith, who also plays a role in the play, but she's not a therapist in the play. And so we will be streaming that on Facebook and Instagram, I believe, probably on YouTube as well. And so we do invite you all to come and be a part of that process. Y'all tune in, and more details about the actual play will be forthcoming. So congratulations on everything you got going on. You know, I'm a fan. Listen, y'all listen to me. This woman has some seasonings that she makes. It's just good. The seasoning is just good, and it's all purpose. It is very flavorful, but it is not high sodium. It's healthy. If it's not healthy, she got me convinced. So as far as I'm concerned, it's healthy.
It's healthy.
No MSG, no HIJK, elemental P. It's high in vitamins and minerals and nutrients and all.
Absolutely.
We are
Yes.
waiting on the FDA to regulate it so we can do all of that. It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
great.
All of that. All of that.
So
Thank
get
you.
you some.
Thank you. Thank you. Get you
Yeah.
some. Thank you.
All right.
Yes. You can
Now,
order that at the Kitchen Angel at mail.com.
order it at the Kitchen Angel at mail, MAIL
Yep.
.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. So y'all need to get you some. Y'all need to get you some. And it's very reasonably priced. It's wonderful. All right.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's jump into this letter.
All right. Let's
You
see.
ready for this?
Let's see. I think I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Tonight's letter. Dear Steph Said It podcast, I'm reaching out because I find myself in a particularly challenging situation, and I believe your insight could provide me with the support I desperately need. Recently, I have been grappling with profound feelings of sadness and depression. The root of my struggle lies in a deeply personal matter. The woman I love is getting married to someone else. Oh, I think I got a sound effect on here somewhere for that. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
This news has shattered my heart and I feel lost in my emotions. The weight of this heartbreak has been overwhelming and I'm unsure how to navigate it, especially when it comes to sharing my feelings with my wife.
Mm.
I'm gonna play that part back just in case somebody missed what I said.
Okay.
Um, the weight of this heartbreak has been overwhelming, and I'm unsure how to navigate it, especially when it comes to sharing my feelings with my wife.
Oh my God.
So, my wife is a wonderful person who has always been there for me. But I worry that expressing my pain might burden her or create unnecessary strain in our relationship. I don't want to hurt her, but I also feel like I'm carrying a heavy secret that's difficult to bear alone. I want to be transparent with her, but I'm afraid of how she might react or how this might impact our marriage. I'm reaching out for your guidance on how to approach this conversation. How can I express my feelings of heartbreak and depression without overwhelming her? What steps can I take to communicate my emotions in a way that fosters understanding and support rather than confusion or hurt? Thank you for considering my request. I appreciate any advice that you can offer as I truly want to find a way to navigate this difficult time with honesty and care. Warm regards. You want to go first or you want me to go?
I think I kind of want you to go first because I'm like trying. Oh my God.
All right. All right. You want me to go first?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. You want me to go first? All
I
right.
can't try to pull myself together.
You want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
think
go
I
first.
did. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me
I'm
take
gonna
me
go
another.
first.
Let me take me another sip. Let me see. Let
I'm
me
gonna,
see.
I'm gonna go first. Um. Okay. I'm gonna go first.
Oh gosh.
Me. Help me.
Wait a minute.
Uh,
It ain't funny, but the sound, it's
me.
those sound bites in there.
Me. I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
Oh my
I
God. Okay.
have I have so many questions. All right. So we're gonna break this down. We're gonna break this down. All right. We have a guy who he has written into the show because he is depressed. He is battling depression. First and foremost, I can understand why. Okay, he's battling depression. The reason why he's battling depression is because the woman he loves is getting married to somebody else. Now, I can understand how that in itself could cause depression. It's kind of like Dwayne Wayne on A Different World. You remember when Dwayne and Whitley was on A Different World, and Whitley was getting married, and Dwayne just he it wasn't, he just couldn't handle it. It was a lot. And so Dwayne showed up at the wedding to break up the wedding. And he said, "Marry me, Whitley. Marry me." And Whitley turned around and she was like, "I can't." Now, you know, um, I I think that's real romantic if you're dealing with two single people. My question is, if this is the woman that you love, does she love you? Okay. Is she your woman in your head, or are you all actually, have y'all been involved? Y'all been together? Y'all kicking it? Y'all chilling? What's what? Y'all got a history? Y'all got a past? Or is this, what are we doing? Um, okay. And again, the phone lines are open. So if any of you want to call in and put in your remarks, yeah. Hey, we here for it all tonight. But yeah, so go ahead, because you have go ahead.
So, like, okay, there are still a few questions like you just asked.
Yeah.
So, had they actually had a full blown relationship and they were both in love with each other at some point in time before she, married this other person? Or was he just like lusting or whatever for her?
Right. Like this, like she my
Or
wife in my head, but
yeah,
she don't actually know me.
right. Or
You
something
know.
something to that effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Or did they just, or even did they just link up for like a one night stand or some kind of little something like that, and it might have been look good. And he thought differently than she thought about it, maybe. You see,
because for him it was
it was
all that, like
just
this wifey material, and
it,
for her it was just like
it it would, yeah.
or he was the meat man.
Oh, he was just a man. He was just,
I'm sorry, I probably wasn't supposed to say that. I said it before I realized it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on, I gotta go back to my sound effects.
Don't put.
Oh my God! All right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, so was this an actual relationship, or was this just it was just a bing bam, thank you, ma'am, hit it, quit it. We ain't even supposed to be kicking it like this. But
Yeah.
but 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 then but you're married. Now, the part in the story that's not expressed is, when did you get married? Were you already married when you met this person who you are now in love with and she's about to get married? Or was it y'all were together, it didn't work out, she moved on, in an effort to get past her, you moved on, but you never really moved on? Because they say the way you get over one is to get under another one. I don't subscribe to that philosophy, but that's what they say. They
No,
say the way you get over one is to get under another one.
absolutely no. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, not that.
Okay, so let's keep reading. The root of my struggle lies in a deeply personal matter. The woman I love is getting married to someone else. This news has shattered my heart and I feel lost in my emotions. The weight of this heartbreak has been overwhelming and I'm unsure how to navigate it, especially when it comes to sharing my feelings with my wife. I'm sorry for your wife, to be honest. I hope she is watching the show. I hope you should. This is the way you're going to get past this. Right at this point, if she's not watching, go get your wife and have her to tune in and y'all watch this together. We're going to pause right here. Go get your wife. Go get her. Go get her. Tell her, say, sweetheart, we have an amazing show that we need to watch right now. It's called the Steps Edit Podcast, and we have some very it's a wonderful show, and I want you to watch it with me. Yeah, go ahead and get her. Go ahead and get, because I'm finna help you. I'm finna help you communicate your feelings to your wife. You ready? You ready? Okay. All right, here we go. You go ahead. You had a comment.
Like, do you understand though how she would be looking upside his head right now? Like, what is this?
I
What is he watching?
Okay.
Cause listen,
okay,
the
well,
old
if
folk,
he's not gonna tell her, if somebody got to tell her, he's not gonna tell her.
Ain't nobody gonna tell him. Now listen, in my on this here, I understand him want to be transparent. I understand him want to be an honest man, all of that kind of stuff. But in my professional opinion, in my profession as a life coach, listen, some stuff is just better untold. Okay, some stuff just, I mean, come on now, cause see, he can't tell her that, not at this point. Now, if they had
Ain't that what they doing on TikTok right now? Ain't that
what that is?
I don't know what it means, but it just
Okay,
I don't know,
maybe
but
we might go viral.
Oh my God! I know, right? But be careful. We don't know what those signals mean. We don't know what it. Okay, so you're saying his wife does not need to know that he's depressed because the woman he loves is about to get married. Is that what you're saying?
So is he saying that he love her, the woman is getting married, and don't love the wife at all?
Okay.
Let's
go back to the letter. We can break this down. Let's go back to the letter.
Okay,
because in the letter, hold on. We gonna get an answer.
We don't have to.
Because in the letter, he says, I'm pulling the screen back up. All right. He says, I'm grappling. The root of my struggle lies in a deeply personal matter. The woman I love is getting married to somebody else. Now, the way Big Country, yes, I have read the whole letter, but I'm gonna go back and read the whole thing for you because you might have some insight. I believe you're gonna bring some wisdom into this. So I'm gonna read the whole letter because I got somebody who just jumped in. Here we go. See, it's about to get good now because now my people jumping into the comments. All right, here we go. Dear Steps Edit Podcast, I'm reaching out because I find myself in a particularly challenging situation, and I believe your insight could provide me with some support and provide me with the support I desperately need. Recently, I've been grappling with profound feelings of sadness and depression. The root of my struggle lies in a deeply personal matter. The woman I love is getting married to someone else. This news has shattered my heart and I feel lost in my emotions. The weight of this heartbreak has been overwhelming and I'm unsure how to navigate it, especially when it comes to sharing my feelings with my wife. My wife is a wonderful person who has always been there for me, but I worry that expressing my pain might burden her or create unnecessary strain in our relationship. I don't want to hurt her, but I feel like I'm carrying a heavy secret that's difficult to bear alone. I want to be transparent with her, but I'm afraid of how she might react or how this might impact our marriage. I'm reaching out for your guidance on how to approach this conversation. How can I express my feelings of heartbreak and depression without overwhelming her?
That is
What steps can
that's
I
going to
take
be
to
a
communicate my emotions in a way that fosters understanding and support rather than confusion or hurt?
mm-mm,
So he
mm-mm,
so what he's saying is he wants to tell his wife why he is depressed.
mm-mm. He need an appointment with me. He he don't even tell his wife nothing. He just need an appointment with
He
me or a
wants to
therapist.
tell his wife
Take to
why
therapy.
he is depressed.
He got to take that to
And
therapy.
I
He
feel
can
like she's entitled to it. Come
no, he
on, you laying over
cannot
this
bring.
man. You laying over this man every night, and you don't even realize this man heart. Your body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. You messing me around. Okay, go ahead. You see, this is why I brought you on the show. This is why I brought you on the show because you the life coach.
But see, listen,
You the life coach.
this right here is like one of those things where he just has to understand that he can't share that with her. I'm at this point. I'm sorry. That is just one you gotta take to the grave with you, baby. Listen, all of us all of us done did some stuff on love tonight. On love, baby, that we will take to our graves. And that is just one of those things that I feel he gonna have to take to the grave. He gonna have to find him a therapist or a licensed, certified life coach, such as myself, or whatever, a psychiatrist, if you want to go that far with it, to just let this stuff out. He got to talk about that to them. He can't tell their wife nothing. That would definitely it'll definitely threaten their marriage for sure. It's definitely going to hurt her to the core. And when I say to the core, she probably more than likely 99% will leave him. And then what he gonna be with? He ain't gonna
Well, I
have the woman he
mean,
loved, and he ain't gonna have the woman that he thought he loved, that he thought loved him. I mean, I'm just saying, come on, man.
all right. So I'm bringing in. I have a person I'm finna bring into the room.
Come on.
This is a very good friend of mine. Ike. Okay, Ike. I just need you to be mindful that my mama watching the show. Okay. I'm finna bring you in the room. I just need you to be mindful. Just remember, my mama is watching the show.
Mama is watching.
All right.
It,
All right.
yes, yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it church service Sunday for you. Uh, I'm
Talk to
sorry, but this person is married
yes.
and in love with another woman that's about to get married. Sad
Yeah.
about it. Wrote a podcast asking how can they tell their wife without causing any anguish whatsoever.
Yeah. Now I said just tell her to come watch the show, and I tell him for her. I tell her for him.
Well, if anybody out there in love with his wife, here's your chance.
Interesting.
Because
Interesting.
all men have ego.
I see what you did. I see what you
All
did right
men have ego. So if he don't appreciate what he got, he too busy looking out the window singing "You Light Up My Life," thinking about that other gal. Somebody just gonna take the gal he got.
there. I see what you did right there.
So all he got to do is imagine her at her wedding.
Uh,
Imagine the wife you got right now at her next wedding.
uh, ain't that something?
Now, can you live with that? Now you got two of them to cry over.
Wow.
Cause that's where he headed.
So are you saying so okay, so does he take it to the grave or does he talk to his wife?
He sound like a punk to me. Uh,
Well, I mean,
anybody,
I mean,
I mean, I'm trying to keep it church Sunday. Anybody that write a podcast or a radio show on how to talk to their wife about another woman they in love with and they sad she getting married, sound like somebody doesn't have any mental fortitude. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry. And they
Agreed.
trying and they trying to and they writing into a radio show looking for Superman actions when they Mighty Mouse. You know, it's not gonna work. You can't nobody tell you how to act like a
see
man
there.
and you a punk.
See, okay, okay,
Now I did not
okay.
curse, and I'm
I see where you
amazed I did not cuss. I really
listen.
am
I'm so
proud of
proud of you
myself.
right now, dude. I'm so proud of you. As a matter of fact, come on, big claps, big claps.
But that would
Yeah, that's
like
huge.
that would definitely cause more harm than good. I'm so sorry. And much as I push men in particular to be transparent and honest, up front, that way you give, give the lady a chance to choose, what she wants to do with the situation. I do push honesty and transparency, but that not that.
Okay, and see, and that's where I think that's where the waters get a little muddy
Hmm.
because if we're being open and honest, and if we're being transparent, then how can I, if I'm heartbroken because the woman I love is getting married, then how can I be open and honest about anything with her? Now,
That
and don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying he needs to tell her. I'm not saying he doesn't. What I'm saying is, okay, you take this to the grave. But in taking this to the grave, what other effects are you causing? Now, is it possible that this man can have a conversation with his wife in the safety of a therapist where we go into full disclosure and he says, "Hey, I have something very hard that I need to tell you. This is the scenario, this is the situation, this is what's going on, and I love you, but I'm in a struggle right now because there's another young lady that I had been involved with before, and I now find out that she is getting married and it is tugging at my heart."
Still,
Yeah,
let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
What was he before he found out she was getting married?
uh I'm assuming I'm assuming he was married because the thing is, according to the letter, she's not married yet.
But
She's
but but
getting married.
but my question is, was he happy since she wasn't getting married when she was not getting married? You see what I'm saying? Was he happy knowing that the other woman wasn't getting married and he good with his wife?
I
I
mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
That's exactly what it sounded like to me. So let me
Obvious,
ask you.
yeah, obviously he was okay as long as the other woman wasn't getting married or
Let
when
me
well, I know I can't have you, but I don't want nobody else to have
let me
right.
ask you. Let me ask you, life coach.
Uh-huh.
Does that sound like somebody that's gonna roll into a therapy appointment now and be open and honest with their wife? Now, let's keep in mind. Let's just imagine, because we don't know for sure. Before he found out Shanae was getting married,
Shanae. Shanae.
you.
he
Shanae.
was he was
Oh,
happy.
oh,
He was happy. You see what I'm saying? Now,
Yes.
now, now I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna shut up, but I'm gonna give you this one little story. Now, I know a couple of men out there walking in the mall with their wife. Then they see they side chick with a dude. First thing he gonna wonder is, what's she doing here with him? See what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He forget the fact that he with his wife. He more worried about why my side piece with her man. I didn't know she had a man. She can't have no man.
uh,
Cause hey, there's
it
some
ain't no
guys out
fun.
there.
It ain't no fun when the
They
rabbit got
want
the
it
nut.
all. Now I leave that to the life coach to ponder. Now this guy going into a session with a therapist, and now he gonna be honest. Before she was getting married, everything was good. All right, I'm gonna shut up.
I
All
mean,
right.
my thing is that he can't go into a session in the safety Steph or Ike of a therapist, and still he can't go into that environment to get support or have somebody like me to support his view, because she's not going to understand it's just not going to happen.
So I have Tariana who made the statement. She said, "Sounds to me like he settled for the wife because he couldn't get and or keep the other woman."
So that's going he's saying he don't want to break her heart, Tariana. That's going to break her heart. Nobody wants to be settled for. No woman wants that. And so when he brings that, if he were to bring that out in a counseling session, that she gone. That's over with. He done broke her down to the core. I mean, he possibly done messed her up for any other man that would want her.
Okay, and so all right. So I'm good with where we are. Hold on, let me show some more of these comments. So Tariana also said, "I'm with her. Um, it'll do more bad than good."
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Ike who said, so he wants to tell his wife who wrote to a podcast, and he doesn't want to cause any pain. But she does need to know. Okay, so here we go. This is the point. This is kind of where I'm going. We're gonna come back to it. Kim Folk, I see you. He said, "Get your funeral home policy ready."
Baby, get the policy right.
All right, so here we go. He said, "Gotta be honest with self-care because the grass is always greener. Meanwhile, he will never be happy, period." And so, all right. So he won't be happy. He won't be happy because of everything that's going on. So are we saying that he should just forego his happiness altogether and protect his wife's happiness? Tariana says she needs to give him two things. She needs to give him two things to be depressed about. Cause why you even marry her if you still stuck on her like that? She has too much control over his emotions still if he doing all of this.
But here's the thing, like I said, you were saying, it's still a couple of unanswered maybe questions in between.
Right,
Now,
right. We still got a lot of questions we don't answer. We don't have answers.
If they had this conversation before they got married, then yeah. You see what I'm saying? If they had this conversation before they got married, okay, y'all go out on a date, or you do a little intimate night at home or something like that, and you say, "Listen, there's this I want to share a secret with you, and I hope I can, whatever, be transparent, because that's the kind of man I want to be for you, and I think it'll make our marriage better and all that kind of stuff." So, okay. Before we get married, we're just dating. I want to tell you a secret that I've never really told or shared with anybody else. There's a woman that I am deeply in love with. I still love her right now to this day, even though we're dating, but I love this woman. And I just wanted you to know that. So that still would have given, if he had said it then, it still would have given her a choice to either be okay with that or bow out. But once you walk me down that darn aisle and you tell me that you love me till death, and then you want to come way after that and tell me you don't love me to death, you love this other woman till death. Oh no, buddy.
My God.
Come on now. It's gonna be some sad singing and some slow marching. That's all I gotta say.
All right. So hold on. We got some more. We got some more comments. So he said he just greedy and he don't know what to get at. He just wants it all.
Greed,
Uh
absolutely.
this is my brother, the maestro himself, who has joined us on tonight.
Come on,
He
Kenneth. Hey,
said
Kenneth.
he said this needs to go to the grave.
Come
He
on.
made a decision to marry this other woman. He moved on. He moved on with his life for whatever reason. There is no turning back now. If he releases this information to his wife, there will be consequences.
Absolutely. Slow
Tariana
money.
said, right. You wait till this lady sign her life over, and then you tell her you love with somebody else.
Oh, my goodness.
The marriage vows say, forsaking all others, he gonna get
Ow.
smoked. I agree with the life coach. This should have been a premarital convo for sure.
Come on now. Come
Now,
on, Kenneth.
and this is the thing,
That
and
premarital counseling.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying that it should not have been a conversation. But what we can't deal in, and this is, I'm glad it's coming out like this because a lot of times in relationships, we deal in woulda, coulda, shouldas. And right now, the reality that we're facing is he did not have the conversation with her before he got married. The reality is he did not move on. He just moved. Okay? Because it's one thing to move, it's something completely different to move on. Because I can move to another house and I still got shoes at this other address.
Come on, look
Okay?
out.
I can move, but I ain't moved on. Because I'm holding on to a hope that there is the possibility. And to the point that my cousin said, Paradigm Photography, he made a statement that he wants it all. I want my wife, but I want my girlfriend. I want a sister wife situation. Like
Yeah.
if I could have both of them, I want my, and this is the actual a lot of times we say I want my cake and eat it too.
Eat it.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm finna go on, bring you on. Give me 1 second. So people say I want my cake and eat it too. The actual statement is I want my Kate and Edith too.
Right. Kate.
And Edith, Edith.
Edith.
Yeah.
Right.
So what he wants is he wants Kate and Edith.
Right. That's what it is.
And then, but see, my other question would be, how does this other woman feel? All right, go ahead. You got the flow.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a good reason because I have had a divorce. I'm going to say he should not be in a situation where he is unhappy for whatever reason. Point blank. Now let me explain. He should not be in a marriage and he is depressed about another woman. Or let me rephrase it this way: depressed for anything, especially the fact that he is married. Because there's a lot of people who are married who are suffering in silence and they don't know which way to go because they fear the anguish and the torment more than anything else. So they'll just suffer in silence.
Oh my God.
And so I disagree with just taking it to the grave because it can lead to an early grave, being worried and stressing over something and being unhappy. Now I'm just playing devil's advocate now. And I'm speaking more in broader terms because I know this is a particular situation, but that's my point.
And
Good point. That's a good
and
point.
and it is. It
Good
is.
point.
So the question, so then we have to go back to the question. Oh, and let me just drop this in here. Kenneth said, I am today years old learning that Kate and Edith too. Yes. It was not he wants his cake and eat
Cake
it
and
too.
eat it too. Right.
No, he wants Kate and Edith.
Kenneth, don't you love learning new stuff like that? Oh my God, yes.
And so okay, so now here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Tyriana says she deserves to know. She needs to be with someone who actually wants her. I wholeheartedly agree. But now, is it possible that he loves her? He wants her, but he has an unresolved emotion. Is there a way that he can have his emotions resolved with this woman who's getting married? And he can then take that energy and focus it all on his wife.
That's good. That's good.
Because it could
That's
be,
good.
it could, because this is the thing. We all have the one that got away.
Mm-hmm.
We all have that one that got away. And, you know, I tried to move on. I tried to go on. I tried to go on with my life,
Mm-hmm.
but I still can't just get past that one. In the spiritual world, we call that a soul tie.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
so it's very possible that this man has a soul tie to his girlfriend or the woman he loves. And now his emotions are split because he did say, my wife is a wonderful person. And she may very well be a wonderful person. I believe, in all fairness, this woman has a right to know, and then she has the right to make a decision. Now, if she decides to stay, then it was the decision that she made, that I love my husband too much. I have too much at risk to lose. And the reality is, if the woman he loves is getting married, how much of a threat is she to me? I'm not threatened by the woman. I'm threatened by the emotions of my husband.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get my husband's emotions in check, then my marriage can be saved.
Mm-hmm.
But my husband got to be honest with me in order for me to be able to manage how even I feel.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how long they've actually been married. We don't know everything that they got going on. But I don't feel like it's fair for either party to stay in a marriage and you not happy, or stay in a marriage and something. Because if you depressed and you walking around the house depressed, your wife know you depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife knows something is going on with you. And
Yeah.
that's why you wrote into the show, because you want to have something to tell your wife. You trying to figure out how you can tell your wife, this is what I got going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think my honest answer is, and this is the unpopular opinion based on everybody that we talking about in the show. This is the unpopular opinion. You need to my mama might be watching. I can't say what I want to say.
Straighten it up. Straighten it up for mama.
You need to grab that bull by the horns. You need to man up, and with all sincerity, all apology, I'm sorry, I've messed up. You need to be like David. Woe is me, I'm undone. I was created in sin. And in iniquity did my mama conceive me, created me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me, cast me not away from thy presence. You need to do all of that. But if you want to keep your wife, you got to be honest. You've got to be honest, because what you don't want to happen is you not be honest and she find out some other way, because now you made a fool out of me.
So you got to pull all your skeletons. You saying you got to pull all your skeletons out your closet to be married to someone happily.
But watch this. If you pull all the skeletons out the closet, then I ain't got nothing to hide.
But that should be before, is what I'm saying. You don't do that in the middle of a marriage.
Agree. It should be before. You are exactly right. It should be before, but it's not. We can't deal in woulda, coulda, shouldas. We can't. If we gonna deal like adults, then we have to deal in such a way that I messed up. I should have told you this up front, and I didn't. And I'm sorry that I did not tell you this up front, but I do not want to continue because I want us to make it. And in order for us to make it, I've got to be honest with you. And I have to be prepared to accept whatever consequences that come along with me not telling you this up front. And if you decide I don't want this anymore because you lied to me, then that's a chance that I have to take. But at least I can say I did all. And when I'm done clean. I would rather be single clean than trying to maintain a marriage dirty.
Good. That's good. Write that down. That's good.
I mean, if I'm gonna be clean, if I'm gonna be clean, I want to be clean. I would much rather be 100% honest with you, and then we figure out how we gonna work it out. Because watch this: if I do not empty all the skeletons out the closet, then I'm always careful when you walk past that closet.
Mm.
Hey, what you doing over there? I can't give you my phone. I can't give you the code to my phone because I got something in my phone I don't want you to see. But guess what? If I either eliminate anything that I don't want you to see out of my phone, or if I just show you everything in my phone, then guess what? Baby, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
think we're so careful not to hurt people that we end up hurting people. There's a phrase. I'm sure as a life coach, you've said this before.
Definitely. Hurt people. Right.
So if
Yes.
I'm hurt, I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
But in a relationship, we are only as strong as the weakest person in the relationship.
Definitely.
And if I'm injured, then we're hurting. When you look at a marriage, when you approach a marriage as a unit of one, if my big toe hurt, my whole body shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't neglect my toe because, well, I don't want to go through the process of healing my toe because it might affect how I walk. Because if I don't address this toe, I could end up losing my whole foot.
It makes sense.
And I think that's where, in situations like this, you trying to not address the toe, and you finna lose your whole leg up to your thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And then people wonder why you limping.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to tell nobody, I'm injured here. Hey, I'm hurt. I'm hurting. I'm injured. I'm broken. I'm wounded. I messed up. I know I should have told you this up front, but I didn't. But now it is creating issues with me because where I thought it wasn't a problem, now I see I wasn't in a good place because now the woman I love is getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And my heart is broken because the woman that I love is getting married. And I don't know how to tell my wife. But this woman deserves to know.
She does.
Deserves it.
I agree with that. She does.
She deserves the right to know. And then you let her decide what she does.
Right. That's what I always tell my clients. I'll always be honest. And you give the person the right to decide whatever they want, however they want to move. At that point.
Because if I decide, if you tell me this information and I say we can work through this, then guess what? Now you have given me the freedom and the liberty to move forward.
Yeah.
And if you tell me this is too much, I can't handle it, then you have given me the liberty and the freedom to move forward.
And that's respect.
But if I don't tell you, I'm forever stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I'm forever stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not fair to you. That's not fair to me. That's
No,
not fair if we have children.
not
That's
fair
not
to
fair to our
anybody,
children. If
anybody
we have
around you,
that,
because it bleeds out on everybody around you.
and
Yep.
so the best thing you can do is man up and tell this woman, hey, I'm sorry that I'm having to tell you this, but the reason why I'm depressed is because that was a lady in my life that I still have feelings for. And I just found out that she is getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I should not feel this way. No, I should not be hurt by this. No, it should not move me. But the reality is, this woman this woman still has my heart. And I'm sorry that somebody else has a piece of me that I'm not able to fully share with you. Guy wrote a song that said, you can have a piece of my love. He was honest in the song. He was honest. He said, baby, you can't have all of me because I'm not totally free. I can't tell you everything that's going on. Baby, there's a
Boy,
few
you
things
better sing.
that cannot be
Not be
explained.
explained. Come
So
on now.
baby, baby, be with me for a little
For a
while.
little
And he
while.
said, please
Hey!
hush. No question
Yay!
asked. Wait, hold on. My kinfolk done jumped in the room. Hold on one second. Cuz,
Baby, come
cuz,
on,
come
you
on,
done
talk
took
to
me
me.
back.
Come
Hey,
on, cuz,
what
talk
up,
to me.
fam?
What you got?
Man, y'all doing some good stuff, man. Y'all doing some good work in here. uh, Look, I agree with a lot of things that have been said.
Uh-huh.
Now, a couple of things that's really sticky. Uh, have seen in many situations. Say, for instance, it wasn't as far to the left or right as was stated, but just say you've gotten married and there's a baby, or the time frame of this baby indicates that you ain't really playing by the same rules. You got a problem, So it goes all the way back. It should have been talked about before it was entered into. Um, but since it wasn't, and it comes up, it's almost like, does this person who says that he loves this person that's getting married, they're getting married. Does he really love them? Or is he just selfish? Does he really know what he wants at all? Why is he already married and talking about this other person? That's what I think is really sticky right there. It's not like he doubled back. It's just like, if he was holding on that heavily, there's something wrong with the person. I mean, there needs to be some deep therapy to find out what layers need to be when the layers come off, what's really there, you
Right.
know, because how is this relationship that he has going to continue or going to grow or blossom? Now I do agree with the part about being honest, but there's a time when that, I think, that honesty thing, it drops dead. Just like when they say, if you got something against these people when they get married or whatever, speak now, forever hold your peace. Whatever is underlying, if there's something you got a strong urge, because people get urges now, you can beat that, because it's a forsaking all others. So
Yeah.
now, when you lingering on a thought, that's your personal problem. You need prayer. You need other things going on. Obviously, this person didn't have a faith life. Now, and I'm not saying folks that have, because in the church house it's worse. So but I brought up faith, but I ain't trying to say it's all good on the faith side. But there's a lot there. There's a lot of things in that layer. But I think more than anything, it's just a selfish individual. Did I make that clear? I went a lot of ways with that.
No. You were very clear.
Yes,
You were very
clear.
clear.
That's clear.
Okay, okay. Because I kind of understand the sentiment. Being a guy, sometimes you out there, you making turns, you scoping out a lot of things. You be wondering, did you choose this? Did you choose right over here? But now, once you make the commitment, all other bets is off. You know,
Yeah.
so there's some time frame for discovery or thing. Okay, well, for the time, if you had a relationship and children are there, don't deny the children. You know, bring that up. Let that be known.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do show up later. You know, they be 25, you got to retire. You know, I mean, hey, acknowledge it. Go on, make it legit. Look, this what happened. It was like just before we took that cruise, before I looked at you like that, baby. You know, sometimes it's like that. But I think there has to be some kind of conversation. But if it's kept secret, then you just a liar, just a flat out liar. So
Mm,
I don't, I don't know. But like you said, when I was changing from the house to the car, you said, hey, you got to give them an opportunity to, if they're going to work with it, they're going to work with it. If they're not, they're going to move forward and give you the freedom to move. But
absolutely.
in this situation, man, if the lady already finna get married, what he going to do even if his old lady said, get gone? What he going to do? She can be like, hey, man, you didn't come when you had a chance.
Yeah.
you, you over there. Uh-uh. So that's just crazy. But anyway,
Yeah.
some of us are like that, and you know, some of us guys, we bullheaded, and some of us be lying to ourselves. We think we got all the opportunities and chances, but we really don't have a snowball chance in Haiti. I'm
Right.
off the mic.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
10-7, y'all. I'm off the mic.
Listen, I appreciate y'all for jumping in. Um, so something that he said that really stuck out, and I have really gone over my time. This was good.
But it was good though.
This was
It was
good.
good
I've
though.
gone over my time. IG done cut me off because IG only give me an hour. So right now I'm only on Facebook and YouTube. This probably one of them shows that I should have done. Steph said it after dark, when
Yeah.
we can really dig down deep into the conversation. But
Oh
something
yeah.
that my cousin just said that is very, very that was profound. He said, if you keeping secrets, then you just a liar. And this is the thing, and this part of that whole process of the marriage vows is forsaking all others. Forsaking all others means not just I'm not pursuing anybody else or I'm looking at anybody else, but that also means I'm letting all the old stuff go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm letting and I have to acknowledge that if I'm going to marry this woman, then I gotta let go of the feelings that I had for the older woman, for the other
Mm,
one.
that's
If she
right.
is the one that got away, then the heifer just got away. Not calling her a heifer, no disrespect to the woman who's I'm sorry. I didn't mean that in a bad way. But I'm saying if she got away, she got away.
She did.
You know,
And that's
when they
just
say it's
it.
more fish in the sea, it's a lot of fish in the sea.
Yep.
You
They
know,
got it.
and
Accept
all of them
it.
ain't gonna be. It's a barracuda out there. It's a guppy out there. It's a, it's a lot of stuff out in the sea. It ain't just fish in the sea.
You're right.
Okay, it's a lot of stuff in the sea, and you throw your bait out there, you gonna catch something other than a fish.
Some. You go catch some.
So I think the key here, the key here, the key, and I gotta wrap this up. All right. Okay, I'm gonna let you, son. You're gonna give as a life coach. Go on and give your final thought.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. The letter that we received, it came with a bunch of, in between little questions or whatever that we still have,
Right.
maybe unclear on. But again, my closure on this is that if it's gone way, and I was too far, because who knows, my measurement of too far may be different from yours. But
Mhm.
we can kind of halfway agree on what too far may be. If it's gone too far into the new marriage with the new wife, and you haven't, said anything about this, and then it pops up all of a sudden. My thing is carry it with you to the grave, because everything is not meant to be exposed or told. And if you are, I mean, even to the part of, if you don't tell everything or whatever, if you don't share the information, then you're a liar. Well, I'm just gonna go on record right here to say that all of us are liars. Then, to some degree. That's not easy to hear, because that's
Right.
not wasn't even easy for me to say.
Right.
But when I think about it for real and being realistic and transparent and honest here, we all are liars then, to some degree. Because we haven't told or shared every single thing that we've done. And we know that when we're not going to share every single thing that we've done, if we're honest about that. So then, therefore, you have to be very, very, you have to discern and pick and choose, how you going to try to fix your situation. And if it is to tell, then tell. If it is not to tell, then don't tell.
My position. And again, I gotta go with the unpopular opinion. My feelings have nothing to do with the man. Everything I feel is based on the wife. Everything I feel is based on the wife. This woman has a right to know. Is it gonna hurt? It's gonna hurt somebody. But she got a right to know. She has a right to know. Is it gonna disrupt her world? Her world is already disrupted. She just don't know it. I don't want to be with anybody. If I flip the script, because this is my other question, and I'm really we finna get into round two, and I may have to do a part 2 to this.
We're gonna have to do a part 2.
With this question, would this be the same conversation if it was a woman who was saying I'm in love with another man. The man I love is about to get married, and my husband, how do I tell my husband? Will we be having the same conversation? Because sometimes in some cases, men are instructed to protect women while women are instructed to full disclose to the man and let him make a choice, because men are more forgiving. Men are more understanding. Men are, I get all of that. But if I flip the script, and if I were in the situation where I have a woman that I'm married to, and she is walking around my house depressed because a man that she loves is getting married, tell me. Don't walk around this house, because at some point, me being the man that I am, and I know you walking around my house depressed, my first question is, what's wrong? If you don't tell me what's wrong, you lied to me. I would rather you be honest and let me make a decision. And let me just say, I am guilty of withholding information, and I'm wrong. I am guilty of withholding information going into a relationship, and I had to suffer the consequences of what happened after the information that I withheld got found out. Because guess what? It's going to come. The old folk used to say what's done in the dark don't come to the light. The old folk also used to say, if it don't come out in the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse.
In the ranch, go ranch.
So I'm saying you can say I'm not gonna tell her, but she gonna find out. It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up at the wrong time. it's gonna come up at the most inopportune time. You gonna end up seeing one of your homeboys, and you be like, bruh, did you hear Shanae got married? Man, you know that was supposed to be you. Who is Shanae? Oh yeah, him and Shanae used to kick it back in the day. Oh, everybody thought it was gonna be him and Shanae, and then you popped up. Now I'm gonna pop up. What? And my position is that, and this is just that I believe, and I'm not even speaking on behalf of women. I'm speaking as a man. Don't let me get out there and look like a fool. Don't let me get out there and look like a fool. You tell me.
Okay.
You tell me.
Yeah.
So at least if you tell me, can't nobody sneak up on me with nothing.
Right. That's true. That's true.
That woman got a right to know. She deserves, because she said for better or for worse. For better or for worse means I get to make a decision. What? Don't let me find out there's a hurricane at my front door and I'm not prepared for it. I ain't had a chance to go to the store. I ain't bought no groceries. I ain't bought no Stephen Johnson said my girl Sonya. What up, bro? What's going on, Steph?
Hello,
but don't put me out there. Don't put me out there and don't let me know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Don't, because if anybody, because then that means somebody got something they can hold over my head. Don't do that. That woman got a right to know. I hear y'all say that he need to take it to the grave. And what I'm about to say is gonna be very harsh. And I don't mean it to be I guess I do mean it to be as harsh as it sounds, because this is the Steps Said It podcast. So I'm gonna say what I want to say because this is my platform. I say what I want to say. If he gonna take it to the grave, he need to die today.
Jesus.
And if you ain't prepared, if your business ain't straight and you ain't prepared to go today, then you better tell her. Because if you don't tell her today and she find out tomorrow, she might send you to a grave. Because you playing with folk emotions. You playing with folk heart.
That's facts.
You've been laying up in my bed all this time in love with another woman?
In love with somebody else, yeah. Yep.
That woman that wife has earned the right by taking your last name, or even if she didn't take your name, she took your hand in marriage and she signed that paper. She got a right to know. She got a right to know.
I just wish it was before. Look, I agree totally. She has the right to know. I just wish it was before.
Yes, I agree. It should have been before, but it's not.
I just wish, yeah.
That's the same situation. I got to go. See, we get. Let me turn my exit music on. I got to get out of here. Because, after a while, folk only listen to you for so long and then they got on to leave you. So I'm finna have to go on and cut this off. She has a right to know. She has a right to know. So if you wrote into my show because you said I'm reaching out for guidance on how to approach this conversation, how to express my feelings of heartbreak and depression without overwhelming her, you not. She is going to be overwhelmed. Tell her.
What kind of support is she gonna have with?
Then y'all go get that support together. Y'all go get that support together.
She gonna need some support, baby.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You're right. She is gonna need some support. Somebody got to do something. That woman got a right to know. She deserves. She deserves. She has the right to know.
All right.
And again, I can sign on that it is the unpopular opinion. Because so many people will say, you need to take that to the grave. If you're going to take it to the grave, I said what I said. If you're going to take it to the grave, die today. And don't kill yourself so she can get an insurance policy. And if you ain't got no insurance policy, get you an insurance policy. This is the Steps Edit Podcast. I am Stephen B. And I am your host. This is my friend, this is Sonya. Sonya, how can they find you? How can they follow you? Give me all your handles. I know this is just an abrupt stop. I gotta stop.
I know, right? But I would love to do a part 2, because this is so deep. It can go so many ways. You know what I mean? But anyway, I
don't know. We might pick this up next Monday. We'll see.
Well, let me know, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But I am Angel Life Coaching LLC. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for that. Also the Kitchen Angel catering. I got people texting me now talking about how can they get the vanilla cake. It's not vanilla, it was white velvet. Okay, y'all put it out there right now, because ain't nobody did white velvet but me. All right. The white velvet cake, I will be getting back with y'all in a minute, but that I'm the Kitchen Angel. I'm a private chef, and I will be doing a few cakes for Christmas. Just a few. I ain't gonna take no lie. Okay, the Kitchen Angel. You can find me on Facebook and TKA Food is Love on Instagram. Oh Lord, it's a whole lot.
Next year.
Okay.
Next year, we're going to do Steps Edit in the kitchen. I know, right? I gotta figure out how we can set it up. But we're gonna do Steps Edit in the kitchen, and we're gonna do a live cooking demonstration.
That's gonna be dope. Oh, I'm so excited.
We're gonna do a live cooking demonstration. And I'm gonna give you a chance to, do your thing. And then I might throw some little grilling tips out there, because I do my thing on the grill.
Yeah, you do your thing on the grill. Come on.
So we might throw something out there like that, just to kind of as a matter of fact, we'll jump back on it, but we may do like a Valentine's kind of something.
Yes.
Like, if you want to do just like a real simple, quick Valentine's meal, this is something you can do for your wife if you ain't got no girlfriend who getting married. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna do I just gotta figure out the logistics on it, because we gotta set up multiple cameras, and I'm gonna have a crew for that. But that's gonna be good. So we'll work on that. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. This has been good.
Yes, it was good.
This has been. I wasn't expecting the interaction and the dialogue that we got, but
I know, right?
This was good. This was good. So, all right, big claps for my friend Sonya for hanging out on the show tonight. Just hang out in the back for me for 1 second, and we're gonna recap. Whoo. This has been the Steps Edit Podcast. I am your host. I'm your guy. I am Stephen B. And this is my little piece of the world, my little piece of the internet. Thank you all so much for tuning in on tonight. This has been a lot of fun. Very, very good information. We got a lot that we unpacked a lot in tonight's letter. I think we are gonna do part 2 to it. And so y'all just stay tuned. We'll see y'all again on next Monday. Please follow Step Said It. I'm Step Said It across all social media platforms. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. We are Step Said It across all social media platforms. Also, if you have a letter that you would like for us to unpack on the show, please drop us an email at stepsaidit@gmail.com. Again, please like, follow, subscribe. We are Step Said It across all social media platforms. If you enjoyed the show on tonight, please share this link, share this, and encourage your people to just tune in. We got a lot going on. We got some good stuff going on here, and it's been a very, very, very good show. I think it is official. This is the longest show that I've had. This show actually ran an hour and a half. This is the longest show that I have done. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to take this and break it up into clips and do something, because ain't nobody finna watch this for an hour and a half. But I would, because it was actually good information. So once again, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. This has been the Step Said It podcast. I am your host, Stephen B. And if anybody asks you where you get your information from, you know what to tell them. Step Said It. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.